Well, you caught me once again playing Skyrim. Well, first time playthrough, but then I mentioned that in the previous episode. I say episode, it's not really an episode. Anyway, I want to do a quick update video here. Just to, well, go on what I've been up to. What have I been up to? Yeah. Because I've been very inactive lately. And you're probably curious on why. This is partially to blame. Let's be fair, this is partially to blame. It's my first time playing Skyrim, and I've been thoroughly enjoying it, so... It's been keeping me busy. Keeping me away from YouTube as well. Not the main reason why I've been inactive, though. I'll explain the other reason. Because the other reason is that I've been spending the best part of 2 months designing an airship. Yes, we've got Lydia with us as well. Wearing the awesome Golden Saints armour. Very nice. Yes, I'm still skimpy. Just the way I like it. Still skimpy. Forsworn armour, I believe that's called. Yeah, been spending a lot of time in Skyrim. And I've been thinking of a design for an airship. For 2 months about at this point. I never come up with anything though. I'm never satisfied with any design I come up with. And it's been bugging me and frustrating me these past months. Every day I wake up trying to come up with something. It's a bit like pondering the design and just not getting there, if you get my drift. Also, I want to make an update to the borders video, because a while back I made a video talking about borders in thumbnails and how I was going to incorporate different coloured borders depending on if a video was going to have story progression or not in there. I'm going to scrap that idea. Well, I have scrapped that idea because I haven't done it, obviously. The reason being is because looking back at my videos, I always mention, like if there's going to be story progression, I will mention if it's just going to be a side quest video. So there's just no point. It's completely redundant. There's no point doing the borders. I will keep the spoiler border idea though. So if I do talk about spoilers at any point in the video, I pull a border around. Yeah, just like that. I'm going to colour it orange so it doesn't clash with the progress bar for the videos. Someone did point out that having a red border can clash with the progress bar a little bit, so I figured I'd make it orange. That won't clash. So I will keep that idea. The idea, in short, is that if I ever start talking about something that could be considered a spoiler, for either what I'm playing or for anything else, I'll just put a border around the time where I'm talking about spoiler stuff. So you can easily seek out the parts of the video that doesn't have the spoilers. Just for your convenience. So that's pretty much all in terms of update. If you're just wondering and curious where the heck I've been, well, there you go. The rest of this video will be just me rambling. Enjoying Skyrim and probably talking about some other stuff. That's probably not too important. But then again, what does it mean to be important anyway, in the first place? Well, such is life. Such is life. So going back to the air, I may as well talk more on the airship. Because I'm building my own world, if you will. I believe everyone's got their own personal world. Mine's a little different from most. Because worlds normally are contained in their own little, well, world. Mine's not really that contained though. I mean, yes, kinda. But my reality is more of a nomadic one, where it consists of nothing more than an airship, where me and, well, my creations exist. And we travel to other realities in the airship, which is our home. So we can visit any world we like. Like the world of Skyrim, for example. We can go there. We could go to Spira, summon a You know, even this mundane world, we can come here if we want as well. Doesn't matter. We have a nomadic. My reality is a nomadic one. Not really contained in its own. It kind of is, but it can go other places as well.
Easily blocked.
Easily evaded. Just saying. Not that. Oh, sorry. You're being a bit weaselly, aren't you? Being a bit of a weasel, if I don't say so myself. Whew. Where are we going? I don't know. But yeah, my reality, unlike any other, is very different in the fact that it's just nomadic. It's kind of contained in its own world, but we can go to any world we want. If we want to play Blitzball, we can go to Spira. You know, there's no limits. But we're always under our own world's rules, no matter where we go. So, yeah. And the airship is basically what makes up my whole world. This one airship. And it can generate an atmosphere, so... we can be friends. In fact, why don't we be friends? I'm sorry about your friend, fella. Lydia is a bit of a loose cannon. As much as I love Lydia, she's been great. She is a bit of a loose cannon. Yeah, how many of you have heard of a world that's not really contained in its own world? Well, mine ain't. But it can be if it wants. If we really want to be on our own, being a bit of a recluse, then yes. Of course I'm out of magicka. Let's take some potion. Didn't I calm you? Ow. Fine. I'm sorry you had to see that, Lydia. Sorry you had to see that.
Hold. Nah.
Oh! There's just no niceness, is there? Let's all be friends, please. Let's all be calm and peaceful. Let's continue on our way, shall we? Come on, Lydia, before they get a bit upset about our presence. But yeah, that's what I've been doing for the past 2 months. Just waking up every day, wondering how to design an airship that's fantastical looking, homely, and just awesome. Never really come up with a design, at least not thus far, that I'm really settling on, what's really speaking to me. So it's just been a hassle, frustration. Have a good day, fella. Please. Well, I guess that's just a problem that some folk face in the world, though. I wouldn't say I'm creatively bankrupt. More so is I'm not very good with the visualising department. I don't have that thing. There's this thing, I don't know what it's called, it has a name to it, but I can't remember what it's called. Where people... different people have different levels of how well they can visualise things. Some people can't visualise at all, which would suck. That must suck. But some people are very, very good with visualising things. For me, personally, I'm more on the right side of that spectrum. I have a very hard time visualising things. Are very, very vague. But I'm not entirely absent of that ability to visualise. But it's not far, which makes it really hard to come up with anything original. It's a pain in the ass. Let's be honest, it's a fucking pain in the ass. But I will come up with something. I won't give up until I come up with something. Until I come up with home. And an airship has always been homely to me. Contained in its own thing. Not tethered to the land and able to go anywhere it wants. Including entirely different realities, so... That's the existence I want to... well, exist in. But yeah, struggles such as life. Everyone has their own struggles. Well, that's definitely one of mine, so... yeah. Do I want to go to Windhelm? Yeah, probably. If you're curious to know how far along the story I am... yeah, I went to the place where you need to get the horn the Greybeards guided me to. Now, someone beat me to it, though, and left a note. And I'm supposed to meet someone. Possibly an ambush, I'm guessing, but there's only one way forward, so I will do it in good time. I will talk about what I think of Skyrim. As I said, this is my first time playing through. My first experience of it. So I will give a newbie's impressions on it in a sec. But yeah, that must suck. The inability to imagine things must fucking suck. And it must be awesome to have that vivid imagery. I definitely would love to have that. Bethesda, folks. Definitely not the funniest bug I've come across, though. So, calm, fella. Calm. Ooh, that's close. Come on, give me my magicka, please. Oh, Lydia, come on. Oh, I have a word to... ah. Well, that just sucks, doesn't it? Well, such is life. Anyway. Oh, negligent shouting. That's fine. Oh, I will get back to Summoner. Don't worry, I will get back to it. All in good time. But right now I'm very occupied. Or very preoccupied. Is it a post-occupied? Because occupied is when you're taking residence of something. Preoccupied is when you're busy with something. So post-occupied is when you was somewhere. But now you're somewhere else. Well, I've been known to come up with ramblings anyway. Oh, by the way, the updates are all done now at this point. So if you want to move on, feel free to. The rest of this is just... I'll be with you, could you? I'll be with you in a sec, fella. My good sir. But yeah, all the updates have been said and done, so the rest of the video will just be white noise if you want to hear my ramblings. Who knows what I'm going to talk about.
Come and see what goods I offer.
Okay, sir, just give me a sec, okay? Please. I was actually fighting a dragon here at one point that just attacked for no reason. And everyone...
Far I have traveled to bring you these fine goods.
Yeah.
Come and see what I offer.
Everyone and their mother fought this dragon alongside me, and it's so awesome. Including the horses. Including the horses. I don't know, this game has been quite a charm. It really has. Yeah, we was fighting it about here. And like the Khajiit caravan started fighting. We had Lydia fighting. Some of the gods and the people came out fighting the dragon. And the fucking horses, which is... not this one, it's these two here. Came running out. Attacking this fucking dragon. We was all wailing on this dragon, it's fucking hilarious. I've never seen that in a game before. Just having it.
Hollyfrost farm outside the city. It's honest work, if a bit dull.
I'll look into it, sir. Yeah, it looks like Skyrim's also prone to crashing. Forgive me, folks. Yeah, it just crashed. It doesn't crash very often, though. At least not as much as Kingdom Come Deliverance. In KCD on the Switch, you're guaranteed for the game to crash at some point. At random times.
Wares of all kinds, and all can be yours.
Yes, thank you, sir. Thank you. Yeah, going back to the dragon, it is just... finishing up on it, it's just chaotic. It's coolest thing I've ever seen in a video game. You only get stuff like that when you're modding San Andreas. Okay, I'm coming, sir. I do like the Khajiit caravans, though.
I welcome you, friend. How may I serve?
Ah, well met. Let's see your wares.
Take a look.
He sells really good stuff, by the way. He sells kind of random stuff. That's got a paralyze. What? A 4-second. I've got to take that. That is good. Yeah, the enchanted items in this game are very, very nice. Flee. I don't see the point of it. I've never utilised the fear effects in this game. No, I just don't see the point of them. That just straight up increases your health, and oh my god, is it pricey. Yeah, major health. That's very nice. Oh, 40% frost. These are good. He sells some good stuff. These Khajiit caravans. Ooh. Yeah. Well, that'd be all for now. I don't want to spend all my money on one place. Thank you, sir.
May your road lead you to warm sands.
Yours too. Yeah, it's nice, and you don't see chaotic things like that unless you're modding San Andreas. And yes, we are on the Switch. In case that's not if that's not been made obvious, we're playing on the Switch. It's a portable system, and judging from what Sony have been up to lately, I'm kind of glad I went with Nintendo. Yeah, as much as I am not a fan of Nintendo much these days, they're probably not even the worst anymore, which is saying something. And then you've got Xbox. I mean, what's the point? Like, you may as well just buy a PC or something. I don't know. Never been into Xbox. I have played the exclusives though. Well, at least Halo, but it's fun as a two-player experience, but outside of that, I wouldn't get too into it. But yeah, Skyrim. No wonder why they kept re-releasing it. So I don't know if they're going to continue to re-release it in the future. It'd be no surprise if they do. Woo! Yeah. Let's just ramble, shall we? We've got all the update stuff out the way. We've got a lovely crash. Let's hope it doesn't happen again. Yeah, just hang around for the white noise, if you will. Designing an airship. By the way, going back to that, because as I mentioned, I've been spending freaking 2 months at least at this point designing a very, at least trying to come up with my own design. That's something that I've made. That's just not a copy of something else. I've been using the Fahrenheit from Final Fantasy X as a big inspiration. Because that's always been my favourite airship. It just looks so fantastical. Like, it looks very fantasy. without looking like a classic airship. Because the classic airship has always been the dirigibles. You have your balloon, you have your ship. If you want to be fancy about it, you make it an actual ship, a sailing ship, with a balloon on top. I don't want to be... you can make them look good, but I want to go along Final Fantasy X's. I want to go more in that direction, where it's truly fancy design. It looks like an absolute work of art. But I'm just struggling. Yeah. What more can I say? It's just been a struggle to try and come up with something that doesn't look like a spaceship, but specifically looks like an airship and could be homely and stuff. I will post, I say post as this is a forum board, I will make a video when I do come up with something, so look forward to that, but be warned, it might take a few years. It might take a few years or so. It won't take as long as the Elder Scrolls 6 though. Woo! Yeah, I know they say that autistic people like trains, but I've never really been into trains. I've definitely airships are more my thing. Definitely airships, especially the fantasy variety. Anyway, why don't I give my newbies? Cause I did say I would give my little impressions, first time impressions of Skyrim. So why don't I do it now? As a newbie, not as someone who's new to the Elder Scrolls, I'm somewhat familiar with the lore. I have watched a fair few playthroughs of Oblivion. But as someone that's playing this for the first time, what are my impressions, my newbie impressions? Well, absolutely fantastic. I've only played a handful of open world games. Most notably GTA, Tears of the Kingdom, and Kingdom Come Deliverance. I mentioned that earlier, I believe. If I didn't, then, well, I mentioned it now, so I'm still correct. Tears of the Kingdom was a big disappointment. And fucking frustrating as all hell. Do you know, I spent several weeks designing an airship in Tears of the Kingdom. Trying to make this awesome looking airship that you'd probably see from Final Fantasy or something. Only for it to just not work. The amount of time I spent doing that shit and it just doesn't... It just didn't even fucking work. It's completely abysmal. The spells in Skyrim are so awesome. So fucking awesome they are. Yeah, Tears of the Kingdom just so disappointing. It was frustrating as all hell with the Ultra Hand. Like, I wanted to, like, I tried using those floating platforms too, but they fucking... Traitors. Ooh. They fucking disappear after 5 minutes or something. I don't even think you get that time. Why do things have to disappear in that game? Like, you already have a battery to... Oh.
That's close enough.
I get the picture. I know when I'm not welcomed. The audacity. Huh? Oh, sorry there. The audacity of folk, I swear. Yeah, Tears gonna... As much as I think it's a good game, at least the world is homely. It is a pretty homely world. Another frost troll? Woo! Get fucked, sir. Get fucked. Ooh. Oh, let me get the troll fact. Why not? Yeah, it's just, I get what people were saying about the game. I don't hate it. Like, hate's a strong word. It's definitely a word that gets used willy-nilly these days. Like, I prefer to use the word dislike, but I don't even dislike it. It's just, it falls flat in so many places. I don't need that. What's gone on here? I just wish it was more than what it was, like. Honestly, the picklocking, I'll take it all. The picklocking is probably the most realistic picklocking that any game I played. That's probably the most realistic. You don't get to see what's inside the lock. You just have to finagle it until you get the sweet spots and then crank it. So that's probably the most accurate picklocking system. There's a little fox there, look. Good day, fella. Oh. That is the end of the world, really? Oh, cleared it already? Oh, there's only a little tiny building. Oh, well, let's turn back. Let's do a 180. That fox was never to be seen again, apparently. Poor fella. Ooh. Yeah, Tears of the Kingdom. Wish it was more. That's all I have to say on it. Kingdom Come Deliverance. A lot better in immersion and the stuff that you can do in it. Unfortunately, and I get that it's supposed to be a historically accurate game. That's the whole point of it. But I do prefer the fantasy. I do prefer fantasy settings. There you go, fella. Excuse me, guys. I left you alone, so you can take that. Yeah, you two, you lot can have fun. You can have fun if you want. Yeah, Tears of the Kingdom, not Tears of the Kingdom, we've already talked about that. It's had enough talking of. Kingdom Come Deliverance is definitely more on the mundane side, which is the whole point of it. It's the whole point, sure. But I definitely feel more homely in the fantasy world. Which is why I do like it, but I can't fully get into it. It has probably the best combat system ever, though. I'll definitely give it that. It's got the best combat. Which is completely ruined when you start getting the master strikes and the perfect blocks. Which is sad. I wish they just let you disable that shit. Where even are you guys? Oh, you're there.
That's all you got?
Come on then, buddy. Taunting. Oh, the Mayrune's Razor took effect there. Very nice. I still feel sad for killing the guy. Just to get it, though. I wasn't too keen on having to kill the fella just to get a pretty good dagger. I still would... Oh, that's worth a lot. Holy shit. It also weighs a lot. Oh... Lydia?
I've got your back.
Thank you very much.
I am sworn to carry your burdens.
Indeed. I still recommend Kingdom Come. It's just unfortunate that it's just more of this world, but in the fantasy not fantasy setting, in a different time period, which is cool. It's cool enough.
Lead on.
Definitely prone to crashing. Arguably more than Skyrim is. It's not every day it crashes, but Kingdom Come Deliverance is guaranteed it will crash, and that sucks. I'm guessing this way. Yeah, I still don't know if there's a trick to that, but it's been working out. Treasure map. That kind of looks like the Imperial City, but this is not Cyrodiil. What location could that be? Huh, I'll take it. But yeah, Skyrim is kind of the best of both worlds, while Tears of the Kingdom had a really comfy, homely world. Its gameplay heavily lacked, and Kingdom Come Deliverance is the opposite. This is a good middle ground. There's so much shit to run into, honestly. I wish more games were like this. Getting a bit night-timey, ain't it now? Yeah, I wonder what location that could be. It might just be one of these random towers. Or little camps. It might not be a... I'm sure I come across what that resembles. Oh yes, we've got that one, haven't we? Where's that? South, which is this way. Yes, I know I can fast travel. I've been avoiding fast travel though. Even in Kingdom Come Deliverance, I really didn't use it. It breaks the immersion. It breaks the interesting atmosphere. And the random encounters. Yeah. We will get back to Summoner. I'm very, very far behind on Summoner. I probably should have actually completed the game at this point. Or at least gotten to the third arc. I'm not even in the Renian arc yet. But we did do a Kamos though, so we're not far from getting to the second arc. There's 3 arcs in Summoner. 3 major turning points. And we're still in the first one. The third arc in Summoner is probably the least interesting. It seems the most rushed out of all the different parts of the game. I definitely want to mod it. I have mentioned in the past that Summoner is a game I'm very much interested in modding, and I do know how to mod it to an extent. But when you got so many different things you can do, including trying to design an airship, you get sidetracked or you get preoccupied. Not to be confused with post-occupied.
I bet we have Rabbit again. I'm getting sick of Rabbit. Go tell the commander. I'm sure the boot in your arse will take your mind off your troubles.
Be nice to rabbits, folk. Leporines are friends. In fact, and I just found this out not too long ago, there is a bunny slaughtered stat. And mine is at 0, and it shall remain at 0. It shall remain there. Backstabs, you can backstab in this. Do I need to call Fleers to do it? Oh, is there like a... Is this like volcanic cracks, or is it something else? Something is steaming though. Maybe a Dwemer ruin? I might look into that later on. Nice. These cultists. I need to deal with that at some point. Ooh, silver. Nice. Anyway, I probably shouldn't let the video go on for too much longer. I've yapped. I've yapped enough. Yeah, I've already mentioned everything I needed to at the start. Yeah, let's call it there. That is probably the courage wearing off. Have a nice day, folks. I'll see you in the next one. Hopefully summoner soon.